Welcome to the 2020 Fort Bend ISD graduation ceremonies. Thank you for joining us as we celebrate the Fort Bend ISD class of 2020. Fort Bend ISD has implemented several health and safety measures in accordance with Texas Education Agency and CDC guidelines. If you are experiencing any symptoms related to COVID-19 or have been exposed to someone with the virus within the last 14 days, please do not attend today's ceremony and instead watch our live video stream. Please remember to practice safe social distancing at all times by remaining at least 6 feet away from anyone outside of your household at all times, including as you enter and exit today's venue. TEA guidelines state that up to 5 members of the same household may sit together in the audience, and all groups must be at least 6 feet away from any other family group at all times. We appreciate your cooperation to ensure the safety of all in attendance. Welcome to the 2020 Fort Bend ISD graduation ceremonies. Thank you for joining us as we celebrate the Fort Bend ISD class of 2020. Fort Bend ISD has implemented several health and safety measures in accordance with Texas Education Agency and CDC guidelines. If you are experiencing any symptoms related to COVID-19 or have been exposed to someone with the virus within the last 14 days, please do not attend today's ceremony and instead watch our live video stream. Please remember to practice safe social distancing at all times by remaining at least 6 feet away from anyone outside of your household at all times, including as you enter and exit today's venue. TEA guidelines state that up to 5 members of the same household may sit together in the audience, and all groups must be at least 6 feet away from any other family group at all times. We appreciate your cooperation to ensure the safety of all in attendance. Welcome to the 2020 Fort Bend ISD graduation ceremonies. Thank you for joining us as we celebrate the Fort Bend ISD class of 2020. Fort Bend ISD has implemented several health and safety measures in accordance with Texas Education Agency and CDC guidelines. If you are experiencing any symptoms related to COVID-19 or have been exposed to someone with the virus within the last 14 days, please do not attend today's ceremony and instead watch our live video stream. Please remember to practice safe social distancing at all times by remaining at least 6 feet away from anyone outside of your household at all times, including as you enter and exit today's venue. TEA guidelines state that up to 5 members of the same household may sit together in the audience, and all groups must be at least 6 feet away from any other family group at all times. We appreciate your cooperation to ensure the safety of all in attendance.
Are you able to do that? Students, just a friendly reminder, please zip up your gowns and please make your way back to your seats. We are going to be starting shortly. Students, please make sure you have zipped your gown and make your way back to your seat. We will be starting shortly.
Welcome to the 2020 Fort Bend ISD graduation ceremonies. Thank you for joining us as we celebrate the Fort Bend ISD class of 2020. Fort Bend ISD has implemented several health and safety measures in accordance with Texas Education Agency and CDC guidelines. If you are experiencing any symptoms related to COVID-19 or have been exposed to someone with the virus within the last 14 days, please do not attend today's ceremony and instead watch our live video stream. Please remember to practice safe social distancing at all times by remaining at least 6 feet away from anyone outside of your household at all times, including as you enter and exit today's venue. TEA guidelines state that up to 5 members of the same household may sit together in the audience, and all groups must be at least 6 feet away from any other family group at all times. We appreciate your cooperation to ensure the safety of all in attendance. Welcome to the 2020 Fort Bend ISD graduation ceremonies. Thank you for joining us as we celebrate the Fort Bend ISD class of 2020. Fort Bend ISD has implemented several health and safety measures in accordance with Texas Education Agency and CDC guidelines. If you are experiencing any symptoms related to COVID-19 or have been exposed to someone with the virus within the last 14 days, please do not attend today's ceremony and instead watch our live video stream. Please remember to practice safe social distancing at all times by remaining at least 6 feet away from anyone outside of your household at all times, including as you enter and exit today's venue. TEA guidelines state that up to 5 members of the same household may sit together in the audience, and all groups must be at least 6 feet away from any other family group at all times. We appreciate your cooperation to ensure the safety of all in attendance. Welcome to the 2020 Fort Bend ISD graduation ceremonies. Thank you for joining us as we celebrate the Fort Bend ISD class of 2020. Fort Bend ISD has implemented several health and safety measures in accordance with Texas Education Agency and CDC guidelines. If you are experiencing any symptoms related to COVID-19 or have been exposed to someone with the virus within the last 14 days, please do not attend today's ceremony and instead watch our live video stream. Please remember to practice safe social distancing at all times by remaining at least 6 feet away from anyone outside of your household at all times, including as you enter and exit today's venue. TEA guidelines state that up to 5 members of the same household may sit together in the audience, and all groups must be at least 6 feet away from any other family group at all times. We appreciate your cooperation to ensure the safety of all in attendance.
You may be seated. Good evening. I'm Charles Dupree, Superintendent of the Fort Bend ISD. And as we open today's commencement for the class of 2020, I want to recognize that today's ceremony is different and unique because of the COVID-19 pandemic. We have moved to this stadium from the Smart Financial Center. We are social distancing, and we are handing out diplomas and celebrating our graduates without the usual handshakes and hugs. It is different, but our purpose is the same. We are here to celebrate you, our Bush High School class of 2020. It has been a difficult season these last 9 weeks as we have been quarantined, in many ways isolated from our community, feeling the loss of our everyday life and the special events we have looked forward to for so long, and grieving the untimely death of so many in our country and around the world. Throughout the country, citizens have demonstrated in support of their right to a sense of normalcy. There have been protests of stay-at-home orders and other constraints put in place because of the coronavirus. And for many, these feelings of grief and loss have been magnified by recent events that have increased racial tensions in our country. Across the U.S., citizens are currently demonstrating to show their fear, anger, and grief following the untimely death of several African American citizens. This is a society in which you have grown up and the society in which you are graduating to take your place as contributing adults. And it is my prayer that you will carry the attributes of our FBISD profile of a graduate with you as you navigate your future. Over the course of history, people have used demonstrations, both peaceful protest and violent riots, to advocate for change. From the Boston Tea Party to the Civil Rights Movement to today, major change has often been preceded by protest. I have seen evidence that the class of 2020 has learned to raise your voice to advocate for what is right and for the things you believe in, and we do not all believe the same things. As compassionate citizens, you are to be empathetic to others, exhibiting care and concern in times of need. You are to be respectful and self-disciplined, actively engaging in improving our diverse community by being inclusive and embracing differences. And when the time comes, you exercise your right to vote. Even today, there are a wide range of beliefs and understandings about COVID-19 and how quickly our state and country should get back to normal. And there are those that carry deep grief and anger because of the African American citizens that are gone for no good reason, while others cannot understand why they might feel that way. In FBISD, we have attempted to help you develop your abilities to communicate effectively and think critically. And as you step into your future, we urge you to respectfully and actively listen to others while engaging in courageous conversations. Consider all sides of an issue and then use your voice to make a difference. But always seek first to understand, then to be understood. Bush, I am so proud of all you have learned and the strength you have shown through adversity. This is a time for us to celebrate you and your peers. Your families are here to honor this milestone as we recognize where you have been and where you are going. Even though we have so many mixed emotions in our hearts because of all that is taking place in the world around us, this is a time and a place for happiness and celebration. It is not a time for disruptive demonstration or protest. There is an appropriate time and place to have your voice heard. And when you are in that place, I challenge you to know why you are demonstrating, what you are supporting, and what you hope to accomplish by using your voice. Through thoughtful action and purposeful use of your voice in an appropriate time and place, you can make a difference. But for today, I invite you to fill your heart and minds with the joy and excitement that comes with graduating from high school. Before we proceed with our ceremony, please join me in a moment of silence to reflect on the many things going on in our world today, as well as the joy and excitement that you are feeling on your graduation day. As I stand before this vast group of seniors about to be graduates, I see students that represent the most diverse school district in the United States of America. Over 100 languages spoken, ethnic roots from all over the world, different religions, different values, different cultures, different histories. But today, you are unified as the Bush Broncos class of 2020. And we are gathered to celebrate you and your accomplishments. I celebrate you, and I hope that you will dedicate your life to being a force for positive change, a world changer who will make our great country even better and leave a lasting impact on the world even after you are gone. Congratulations, graduates.
Welcome, Bronco Nation, to the 2020 commencement ceremony for George Bush High School. My name is Felicia James, and I have the honor of serving, the privilege of serving the George Bush High School as the principal. Before we begin today's ceremony, I would like to introduce our platform guests, so please hold your applause to the end. Evan He, our Valedictorian. Jada Wynn, our Salutatorian. Jaslyn Johnson, our Senior Class President. And Eduardo Sanchez, our Student Council President. Also joining us today is Dr. Charles Dupree, our Fort Bend ISD Superintendent, and representatives from the board. We have Ms. Addie Hegler, Board Vice President. And we also have board members Ms. Grail James and Ms. Kristen Tasson. Welcome. Now to the class of 2020. Boy, what a year it's been. This academic year has truly been a manifestation of our motto, one team with one goal and no limits. As you've made it to the finish line, there is no surprise that this class is definitely one of a kind. Must I remind you are one of a kind? I share with you today that each of us have been tested. My faculty, my staff, my students, and heaviness peeked through, yet tenacity prevailed. To my faculty and staff, I salute you. Thank you for everything. There has been no doubt, class of 2020, that you have had it rough. You came into the world right after 9/11, when the world was vulnerable and in shock. Now let's fast forward to 18 years later, when this abstruse virus that tried to strip you of your senior year. Over the past several weeks, you have been tested like no other. However, you can change your narrative because you own the conversation, but only you, if you take possession. No matter who you are or what you've been through, you have the capacity to own your future. but you must be courageous enough to confront the fear. As the world is presently experiencing, fear is real. Now, with all that's going on in the world, you may believe that it's going to be hard for you to embrace your possibilities. But to own your possibilities, now that's even harder. Why? Because we are afraid of our own ambitions. We edit our possibilities because we have been conditioned to believe that they are too tiring. Believe in your possibilities. Own your possibilities. Your possibilities is what's going to transform your communities. This is what motivates me each day, the possibilities. Again, I remind, class of 2020, you are one of a kind. You see and hear the familiar term 2020 vision often, as it's synonymous with perfect vision, or you can see clearly. Class of 2020, you may be able to focus your vision 20 feet, but lack the ability to see 5 feet in front of you. Your mission is to never lose sight of your purpose. It's an ongoing process of aligning your mission with your purpose. Vision keeps you on course, fulfills your purpose, your why. Purpose guides, mission drives, vision inspire, impact, and what matters. One of the most wisest women I know, my mother, taught me to combine knowledge and wisdom to generate impact. Again, I remind, class of 2020, you are one of a kind. There used to be the perception that you could only get an education in a school, in a building. This pandemic has shown us otherwise. During the last 9 weeks you've been receiving your education at home, Mark Twain once said, I have never allowed my schooling to interfere with my education. Education did not stop. You were not in the tradition of brick and mortar. You missed many traditions, but you continue to work hard, dominate your shortcomings, and create new traditions. Like Albert Einstein so eloquently stated, in the middle of a difficulty lies opportunities. Opportunities to empower, opportunities to involve, opportunities to persevere, opportunities to succeed. Class of 2020, you have truly seized all opportunities. Now that what makes you the greatest generation of this new millennium. In the face of a global pandemic, you stayed the course and accomplished your goals. It's the kind of leaders we're going to need in the future. Those who are doers, people who do not stand idle hoping issues will resolve themselves. Class of 2020, you have been equipped with skills for life. Skills my generation does not possess, nor the generation before that, not even Dr. Dupree's generation. Again, I remind, class of 2020, you are one of a kind. In an era where it's become easy for young adults to focus on individual needs and wants, class of 2020, the camaraderie, the compassion, and the cohesiveness that this class has displayed is something for which they will be long remembered. On this day of your genesis, your leap, your commencement, your mark in history, perhaps your elixir is simply, you can either leave something for people or you can leave something in people. So please keep looking, not for the person, but for your passion, your courage, your goals, your dreams, your happiness, yourself. Keep looking. To the class of 2020, there is no need to remind, you are one of a kind. Now is your time to chart your course. I wish you all the best. Keep smiling and keep grinding. Thank you, class of 2020.
Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now the Pledge of Allegiance to the Texas state flag. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to the Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible. You may be seated. Fellow classmates, teachers, staff, friends, and family, It is an honor to be standing here on behalf of my peers to express the gratitude that the class of 2020 has for those that have brought us up and allowed us to stand where we are today. Thank you to our teachers who not only gave us the foundational knowledge we need to succeed in life, but became our cheerleaders and mentors. Thank you to our parents for gifting us with life and raising us to be righteous and successful young people. Finally, thank you, George Bush High School. Many of us can agree that our school spirit is unmatched. The community we have built over the last 4 years as Bush Broncos is unforgettable. Graduates, over the last 4 years, we have joined hands as peers to collaborate, to support, to build, and as we walk through the doors of a new beginning, hand in hand, the class of 2020 will surely leave a legacy as a class that was united in resilience. We have faced and conquered so many unprecedented events in our 18 years. Let's continue paving the way as model representatives of our young generation. Thank you.
The George Bush High School senior class of 2020 has much to celebrate. Total scholarships presented to our seniors exceeded $13,249,492. Will the students who receive scholarships please stand to be recognized? You may be seated. Regular attendance is extremely important in helping us achieve our academic goals. This year, George Bush High School had 31 seniors who had perfect attendance. Will those students please stand to be recognized? You may be seated. The class of 2020 is also accomplished, and you may have noticed that many in front of you are wearing displays of this honors. Students, at this time, if you are an honor graduate or received an honor cord, sash, medal, or similar academic award, please stand to be recognized. Congratulations to you all. We would also like to present and recognize this year's honor graduates, beginning with summa cum laude graduates. Summa cum laude graduates, please stand. These students have a grade point average of 97 or higher. Congratulations. Next, we will ask our magna cum laude students to stand and be recognized. These graduates have a grade point average between 93 to 96. Congratulations. And our cum laude graduates are next. You may stand. These students finished with a grade point average between 90 to 92. Congratulations. There are students in this graduating class who have chosen to serve our country through enlistment in the military after graduation. Please stand and be recognized if you are joining the military after graduation. Thank you for your service to our country. Good evening, family, friends, staff, and the class of 2020. I am Jaslyn Johnson, and I have had the pleasure to be your class of 2020 president for 4 years. I would like to thank my amazing family, friends, class officers, sponsors, and staff for all the hard work and dedication you have contributed to this year. We have overcome many trials and tribulations, but to the class of 2020, we now sit here today to mark the end of a successful journey, but the beginning of a new one. I cannot wait to see what astounding things each of you accomplish in the future. I now have the honor to introduce to you the class of 2020 valedictorian, Evan He. This individual has shown excellence in his academics and determination in his extracurricular activities. I have had the pleasure to see Evan evolve through middle school to become the amazing individual he is today. We cannot forget the times at lunch when Evan was obsessed with the blueberry applesauce or hearing him play the electric guitar. He has shown his excellence through his academics as well as his sportsmanship on the varsity tennis team. He was a member of the National Honor Society and Yes Club, where he dedicated many hours volunteering throughout his community. Evan has shown that he is a servant leader in his community by volunteering at local libraries, food banks, and churches. He embodies the vision of a lifelong learner by expanding his knowledge in organizations such as the Spanish National Honor Society and TSA, Technology Students Association. Evan plans to take his studies to University of Texas at Austin to study biomedical engineering. Hook 'em horns. And now, without further ado, please join me in giving a grand round of applause for the class of 2020 valedictorian, Evan He.
Good evening, parents, teachers, staff members, little brothers and sisters, because I used to sit in that same seat of yours many years ago. And of course, the George Bush High School class of 2020. It's an honor to be here tonight as we celebrate every accomplishment of the past 4 years together in our house. From district titles in basketball, volleyball, and track, to name a few, to the countless times we placed nationally in our theater productions and our OTC program, to asking the counselors for schedule changes, like you're texting your girlfriend late at night. You up? You there? We finally reached the finish line. It's been a rough 4 years. I remember walking into BHS freshman year, overshadowed by the towering upperclassmen, like exploring downtown Manhattan all alone. Sophomore year, we began to establish the friend groups we all know and love today. Junior year, we finally could breathe a sigh of relief after taking multiple AP exams. And I'm sure many of us have suffered from stage 1 through stage 4 of senioritis this year at one point or another. Before saying goodbye to Bush High, I want to thank my mom and dad for supporting me throughout these past 18 years. Their encouragement for me to do my best and the time they sacrificed to be with me will forever be cherished. I want to thank my grandmother for her unconditional love as she helped raise me as a child to grow into a healthy and strong body. Graduates, as we look back on high school for the last time in our lives, I wish that every one of you will take with you an important piece of this monumental milestone we have achieved. After tonight, the George Bush High School experience won't be remembered based upon the grades we received or the number of times we've been tardy to class, but by the relationships we have forged and the obstacles we have overcome. We are the class that have triumphed over the catastrophic disasters of Hurricane Harvey and will soon overcome COVID-19 as well. We've seen the first solar eclipse in our lives, concluded our childhood memories of the Star Wars Skywalker saga, survived the snap of Thanos, and still can't decide whether it's saying Yanny or Laurel. From hardship upon hardship, through setback after setback, we have never stopped looking towards the future for a better tomorrow. I can't think of a better motto to live our lives now more than ever. than from an old saying by the Latin poet Virgil, quote, "Fortune favors the brave," end quote. As we enter into adulthood and are entrusted by society to lead a new generation of hope, I want each and every one of you to live your life to its fullest. Never lose an opportunity because you doubted yourself. Being brave means living without regrets and committing yourself wholeheartedly to the most challenging decisions. Some say that today is a new day, but so was yesterday, and so shall be tomorrow. If you never test the boundaries of your limits, you'll never be able to reach your full potential. Class of 2020, I'm grateful to have been a part of this odyssey with you, and I hope that whatever path you choose, wherever fate may lead you, you will always find success and nothing less. Congratulations.
Dr. Dupree, Ms. Helgler, on behalf of George Bush High School, I would like to recognize and present to you an outstanding class of 2020. These seniors have met all their requirement qualifications to participate in our graduation ceremony today.
Thank you, Ms. James. I am honored to accept this outstanding class on behalf of the Fort Bend ISD, and I want to thank the dedicated staff of George Bush High School for all of your hard work to making sure these students are prepared to pursue a future beyond what they can imagine. I also want to give a big shout out and of appreciation to the parents and family members for your partnership and support of your graduate each and every step of the way. Let's give it up for the parents here tonight. Want to remind you that this is a no-contact ceremony, so shortly I will leave the stage with our board members so that we can congratulate our graduates downfield at an appropriate distance. And with that, I am pleased to present the George Bush class of 2020 to our board vice president, Addie Helliger.
Thank you, Dr. Dupree, and congratulations, class of 2020. As I have stated in the past, graduation is a tradition that I look forward to each year and every year. For this year, 2020 graduation, your senior year, and our lives in general look dramatically different. The coronavirus is challenging our routines, expectations, and traditions. COVID-19 has fundamentally shifted my belief about the importance of graduation. Living now with the understanding that it is both a privilege and a blessing to unite as one community in a celebration of the accomplishments of our amazing FBISD students as they venture into life to shape their own future. For our team, ever more so, graduation is a culmination of the work that we do in Fort Bend ISD, which is to inspire and equip all students to pursue their future. And despite of the barriers placed before us, I stand here before you confident in the fact that all of our graduates presented here before you today have met the attributes outlined in our district's profile of a graduate. With that being said, it is both my honor and privilege on behalf of the Fort Bend ISD Board of Trustees to accept and confirm the members of the George Bush High School class of 2020. From the beginning of this pandemic, our board kept you, the class of 2020, in mind because we know you have worked so hard to get to this point. In order to adhere to the TEA's guidance, we've kept participation in today's ceremony at a minimum. And so while we are not all here together as a board, we want to share a special video message to our class of 2020. Congratulations again, graduates.
Class of 2020, we know this is not how you envisioned your senior year or graduation day, but we could not be prouder of how you've navigated this unprecedented challenge.
When Fort Bend ISD develops a profile of graduate, our goal was to develop a graduate like you, a graduate who possesses a strong, rigorous academic foundation and strong character, a graduate equipped for life.
We envisioned that you would exhibit grit and determination when faced with adversity. We could all agree that you've needed to display these characteristics in the past couple of months, and you have risen to the challenge.
Class of 2020, you've communicated and engaged with your teachers online. You've learned and grown in new ways. You've proven that you're both servant leaders and effective communicators.
We know these past few weeks haven't been easy, but you've proven that Fort Bend ISD graduates are critical thinkers. They're visionary and they're innovative. You've been compassionate citizens in your homes and in our community. You're collaborative team members and you're lifelong learners. You've been adaptable and flexible, and we're so proud of you.
Graduation is the culmination of a long and a sometimes difficult journey, and there will be challenges ahead for all of us, but we can't wait to watch you cross the stage.
We know it will look a little differently this year, but we still celebrate you and your accomplishments. As a graduate of Fort Bend ISD, you're prepared for whatever comes next and for futures beyond what you can possibly imagine.
We will now recognize each graduate individually, beginning with our Valedictorian, Salutatorian, and others who make up the top 10. After that, students will be called in the order in which they are seated. Evan He.
Jada Dan Wynn.
Jamie Nu Lee.
Gavin Wynn.
Bingzan O.
Emmanuel Ogu.
Wen T Mo Thi.
Ko Si Muloku.
Jazz Ulin Johnson.
Christian Garcia.
Nathan Trong Lee.
Michael Wynn.
Jarrell Crape.
Eduardo Sanchez.
Regina the Centris Austin.
I don't have anyone. Keep going.
Juan D. Dios Cepeda Jr.
Nadia Saeed.
Olaleki Andre Afalabi Asanuga.
Kimberly Villanueva.
Victoria Brea.
Jennifer K. Vu.
Christine Lee Ann.
Danera Arleth Menchaca.
Joshua Okechukwu Nworji.
Stephanie Samantha Mohammed.
Ian Miguel Fernandez Jovellanos.
Justin Munoz. Stephanie Lizeth Moreno Yanez.
Fatou Chantal Anna Ndiaye.
Jade Rock.
Emily Marie Nunez.
Maya Macontes.
Diana Garcia.
Valerie Garbiela Martinez.
Genesis Paola Coto Galdamez.
Angelica Monty Washington Thomas.
Emmanuel Osoro Amovan.
Atara Faith Romero Wilson.
Christian Carres.
On Povo.
Tatiana Herrera.
Jean Anthony Cruzette Rodil.
Uchenna Akaga.
Brian Ariel Vargas.
Lauren Michelle Clark.
Farah Omari.
Michelle Duran.
Laura Ronconcillo.
Justin Seth Bautista.
Moses Isaac Murillo.
Zacharias Charles Lockett.
Kevin Dang Win.
Adams Nadozi Aleki.
Alanis Isabella Richardson.
Tamia Alyssa Burleson.
Kennedy Michelle Williams.
Yusuf Dixon.
Kiera Joanne Murray.
Debbie Tu Lamb.
Gretel Arwaku Siri Manya.
Stacy Lee.
Kevin Tovar.
Akoridi Timidayo Ladapo Oganyele.
Evie Warguer Najura.
Randy Antonio Clavello Garcia.
Fatima Vargas.
David Anderson Aravalo.
Heather Nee Win.
Nibu Galeta.
Tommy No.
Chloe Carlisto.
Raynu Wilson.
Stephen Shane Humphreys.
Alon Joseph Tingle III.
Gavin Harris.
Jennifer Nohemi Oradonze.
Matthew Jamal Sims Andrews.
Michael Wayne Wegner.
Ahmed Toby Adigum.
Layla Penrice.
Hosea Akhter.
Valeria Pineda.
Nancy Chang.
Brittany Michelle Torres.
Sierra Nicole Kane.
Anthony Vasquez.
Abraham Paul De Leon Jr.
Brad O'Keefe Williams.
Isabel Elise Grace.
Justin Philip Young.
Jennifer Valencia.
Deborah Samunji.
Jamie Lawrence Fluellen.
Jacqueline Velasquez.
Eduardo Herrera.
Cameron Marquise Henders McMillan.
Omar Velasquez Gauvan.
Kenneth Wayne Phillips.
Kimberly Campos.
Jalen Dion Weatherspoon.
Kimberly Joanna Gerardo Sermeno.
Sofiance Dematre Williams.
Cedra Kaiser.
James Berlin Milo.
Alexandra Bayona Milano.
Abdullah Ibrahim Nazer.
Caitlin Castro.
Mark Rodriguez.
Galandria Renee Holloman.
Brianna Deshia Smith.
Michelle Saucedo Delgado.
Journey Valesh Zona Shah.
Dayanara Hernandez.
Kennedy Alisi Tansel.
Jamad Iman Key.
Nathaniel Oba Guga.
Dina Alubar.
Divine Oronse.
Manix Laguvi.
Kedrick Wayne Ranson.
Kiana Banyes.
Jalea James Matthews.
Genesis Julissa Diaz Quadro.
Razak Okuns.
Darlene Isabella Blen.
Naheem Olalabi.
Stephanie Jasmine Amaya.
Madison Efren.
Jason Alexander De Leon Lopez.
Angel Iram Rodriguez.
Jacob Josue Rivera.
Christopher Wynn.
Brianna Emily Jaimes Reyes.
Dariel Savu Garat.
Paulina Aureli Carranza.
Joshua Chudume Oki. Okay.
America Alvarado Alvarez.
Kingsley Ofebu.
Eileen Benitez.
Shindrell Powells.
Kanata Honore.
Giselle Perla.
Joan Davalos.
Eric Omar Solis.
Brandon Thatch Hong.
Moda Subedi.
Jaden Mitchell Gamboa.
Christian Antonio Quiano.
Joseph Andrew Crosetto.
Samuel Echeverry Montoya.
Josephina Duran.
Anthony Rosado.
Yaira Alejandra Duran.
Jedrick Magat.
Rantiola Ekamifona Lisk Keru.
Christopher Pineda.
Andrew Ricardo De Leon Sepon.
Catherine Torres Rubio.
Lance Michael Donovan.
Mark Christian Sermon Protomarty.
Emmanuel Guerrero.
Habib Alayinka Alagoke.
Cameron Foreman.
Leno.
Santiago Larajando.
Jaden Dominique Pete.
Mariana Lopez.
Hasali Maureen.
Daniela Michelle Gonzalez.
Asia Aliyah Morales.
Aji Morfor Prosper.
Daniela Molinares.
Giovanni Jose Hernandez.
Pa Joshua Rodarte.
Libni Banos.
Aaliyah Melgar Cruz.
Adam Mitzko.
Danielle Ortu.
Hamza.
Elizabeth Eileen Sanchez.
Marista Eliasha.
Larry Mosley.
Angelica Lopez.
Nambi Joseph Obi.
Adetayo Alawabasayo Bankole.
Brittany Chagupi. Obio.
Natalie Elena Diaz.
Sophia Perez Montias.
Nicole Chiameli Amahel.
Emily Fan.
Angel Amen Amahel.
Ramses Pacey Borgia.
Maria Ogon Wamoju.
Frankie Ortiz.
Jared Nicholas Kazetsky.
Julian Antonio Maldonado.
Josue Diosdado.
Gerardo Nahara.
Guadalupe Lizette Gaspar Hernandez.
Jason Josue Ortiz.
Sixto Luna Jr.
Christian David Roy.
Josue Roberto Aguirre Argueta.
Kedrick Turan Mack II.
Dame Ladipo.
Jacob Danielle Menendez.
Alexa Fuentes.
Juan Danielle Reyes. Daniel.
Asia Lene Jones.
Isaiah Bryant Thornton.
Madison Jordan Bodwin.
Jada McConnell. Jada McConnell.
Ibukun Olu Wa Lawson.
Kasim Withers.
Michelle Emma Amadou.
Christian Alejandro Parillo. Christian Alejandro Parillo.
Neil Jungjian.
Ashley Pena.
Osvaldo Brielle Gonzalez.
Eric Ductine Wynn.
Hassan Mohammed Khan.
Salami Sheikh.
Aner Leva.
Danielle Olotobi Sagbison. Okay.
Camila Garcia.
Oh, can you? Montague. Mayu Montague.
Lama Abdullahi.
Isabella Montemayor.
Amy Rose Lopez.
Hannah Abigail Orjuri.
Nabil Shamim.
Brittany Wynn.
Ariana Fuentes.
Josue Luis Candelas.
Natalie Garcia Sanchez.
Michael Mafan Nisueo.
Richard Luong.
Peyton. Okay. Peyton Oraki.
Azucena Garcia.
Judith Onua.
Elias Grant Lindgren.
Precious Forsab.
Arbaz Khan.
Mfaniso Vincent.
Greg Anthony Diaz Valderas.
Christina Wang.
Christian Damon Donahue.
Luis Tran.
Shanice Ann Blackwood.
Sun Win.
Aja Jalise Hanna.
Fatima Muhammad.
Samantha Garcia.
Anye Deshay Wimberly.
Jay Lazama.
Ibuka Orsita.
Andy Wynn.
Melody Ojo.
Bernard Igoju Jr.
Amari Sadler.
Seth Alexander Foster.
Kayla Mahia.
Kayla Renee Flowers.
Mohammed Kanan Majid.
Layla Renice Owens.
No win too?
Saqib Khan.
Mercy Ojo.
Dominique Joseph Lamel.
Sheikh Nisha.
Joshua David LaSalle.
Alexander Penaloza.
Stephen Faramade.
Adrian Pineda.
Braylon Jacoby Joe.
Bash Mamadou.
Brandon Ray Garcia.
Caesar Adrian Chavez.
Alex Ho.
Kevin Josue Ventura Pineda.
Enrique Arvizu Romero.
Andreas Suni Oga.
Angie Garcia.
Saeed Ali Udin.
Kalia Nichelle Frank.
Alex Antonio Soto Benavides.
Navia Jamia Alice Love.
Belinda Ramirez.
Larry Lucas.
Danny Dario Rodriguez.
Josie D. Palermo.
Tyronik Shrededik.
Kevin Hadameo.
Catherine Sung Roswell.
Desiree Eva Guerra.
Brian Fan Tran.
Jasmine Brady.
Jazabel Monique Riveras.
Traven Harris.
Danny McAdory.
Cesar Becerra.
Ola. Am I reading your last name first? Ola Oshipakan Eniola.
John Edgar Castro.
Cameron LaShawn Stublefield. Cameron LaShawn Stubblefield.
Michelle Diaz Rojas.
Jacqueline Solazano.
Jamal Rashad Davis.
Sharon Crystal Chiso Obi.
Ashley Dolores Leyva Bermudez.
Brittany Amarichi Udigabu. Taylor Aziza Thomas.
Leah Felicita Lockett.
Malin Giselle Madrano.
Taylor Janae Chambers Johnson.
Chinenye OCC.
Alexis Mercedes Flores.
DeConte C. Telu.
Journey Johnson.
Allison A. Torres Ovando.
Cindy Elizabeth Lopez.
Deja Robinson.
Johansi Xavier Davis.
Diana Marilario Fernandez.
Francisco Jr. Dominguez.
Jamal Jermaine White.
Tiana Marie Castillo.
Balaji Basit Odubayo.
Haju Dambuya.
Michaela Osiande.
Ruben Hernandez Jr.
Vladimir Apaya. You want that back?
Devion Keandre Johnson.
Michelle Sambo Omodamamiwin.
Jaden Roshan Johnson.
Kayvon Bruce Perry.
Valerie Contreras.
Daniel Francisco Ortiz.
Ariana Laura.
Deborah Maria Vente.
Andrea Olivia Bustos.
Leandro Ugando Hernandez.
Kayla Camacho Piedra.
Christopher Demond Green Jr.
Eris Elizabeth Barris.
Aaliyah Denise Rhodes.
Quentin Edmister.
Harold Francis Scott.
Bianca Amati.
Ariana Sturdivant.
Michaela Chimdima Amoebi.
Jalen Cordell McWilliams.
Nicole Coyne.
Consuelo Sabernes.
Chioma Acaluso.
Casey Cornelia Thomas.
Thomas Christian Demano Austria.
Anthony Jamal Phillips Jr.
Michael Josue Espinoza.
Vernon Elijah Solomon.
Anthony Edward Duran.
Oladapupo Soyi.
Abdul Rashid Lasisi.
Flor Idali Tespin Rivas.
Kenneth Giovanni Diaz.
Lejean Dominique Stewart II.
Koi Nyakui Lam.
Chudabem Stanley Nezupomi Jr.
Ramon Gabriel Camarillo.
Demetria Simples.
Huyan Winta.
Ociel Vences Jr.
Dietrich Sean Harris.
Destiny Dolores Smith.
Hui Dang.
Namira Mezazombin.
Matias Alarcon Alvarez.
Haiti Win.
Jasmine Aurelio.
Amari Orididi.
Viviana Estrada.
Endo.
Adonaya Imuka.
Naya Ramirez.
Brianna Bryant.
Jaden Thomas Bessel.
Elizabeth Edadion Ekefre Abong.
George Akachuka Sunny.
Adama Ja.
Brian Thang Vuong.
Juan Francisco Garcia Chicas.
Joshua Okonkwo.
Stephen Caro.
Victor Toluwasi Oleniyan. Oleniyan.
Cameron Charles.
Conrad Schmidt.
Christopher Stephen Cortez.
Alejandra Reyes Cenero.
Eoel Emmanuel.
Miracle Deja Ama Randall.
Wadud Adamu.
Carla Elena Rivera.
Miles Montgomery Carter.
Zahin Fabia Zakir.
Christian Chancellor.
Keith Marcus Sperry.
Oyinda Morala Aziz.
Kevin Rodriguez.
Alima Timatayo Yetun Balogan.
Alejandra Valdivia.
JD De Jesus.
Gabriel Exivilier.
Rick Juriel Degamo.
Mallory Zarate.
Noah Armando Barcinas.
Zayas Angelo Vialva.
Mai Jia Kwan Ha.
Keenan James Zenon.
Damon Carter.
Kiera Renee Zenon.
Alfredo Corneo.
Keyshawn Robinson.
Liza Marie Avila.
Franco Piaz.
Aaliyah Janae Lawson.
Jason Carlos Molina.
Naya Jade Briscoe.
Falcon Wang.
Skylar Chalmers.
Darla Ruby Rojo.
Stephen Bill.
Veronica Torres.
Daniel Godoy.
Matthew Nugent Figueroa.
Christopher Aquiles Corletto.
Fatima Sarahi Venegas.
Ashley Garcia.
Jonathan Tapia. Oluwan Neola Deborah Olugabuli.
Fernando Jaime Cruz.
Precious Shamela Okafor.
Amber Michaela Claudio.
Roy Shabari Younger.
Andrea Canales.
Jesse Eliseo Roku.
Jacqueline Diaz Chavez.
O'Neill Vergara.
Rodney Ulysses Douglas.
Michael Leroy Ventura.
Ruben Gabriel Dotson.
Arika James Smith Watson.
Asantia Llewellyn Crowell Devers.
Joseph Alexander Prince.
Olishba Umjad.
LaKayla Maluge Turbin.
Michelle Ashley Cardenas.
Christian Encarcio Jimenez.
Emily Estefania Berdejo.
Arsene Mukando.
Natalie Aurora Baca.
Imad Vakra Karoum.
Ashanti Mae Dominique Carroll.
Gerardo Daniel Solera Martinez.
Clarissa Gonzalez.
Ayo Midi Usuf.
Amber Brianna Crabtree.
Stephanie Obi.
Esperanza Nicolayo.
Taylor Danae Spears.
Vanessa Barrios.
Zoe Raquel Morales.
Ashley Alejandra Alvarez.
Mary Miranda.
Ariana Gayano Diaz.
Clinton Amarachi Anakwu. Alexia Vasquez. Alexa Vasquez.
Cameron Angel Cooper.
Prince Ofofule.
Diamond Renee Ernestine.
Arnold Mukando.
Rena Renee Birmingham.
Donovan DeRay Johnson.
Sean Xavier Benson. I left my card. Sean Xavier Benson.
Sean Xavier Benson.
Shanice Janasia Carroll.
Aaliyah Hart.
Aminat Eniola Baboa.
Kayla Delicia Hay.
Kiana Brown.
Adiola Adediton.
Leah Abbas.
Adedoyan Adiduton. Adediton.
Kalkidon Adamasu.
Evie Liliana Garcia Chavez.
Laura Manyi Bakia.
Jasmine Alejandra Brown.
Yorin.
Jasmine Alexandria Brown.
Yorin May.
Mommy Ando.
Natalie Aussie Youth.
Ashley Kanadu Apia.
Portia Lily Julian.
Maribel Abekwe.
Precious Diana Julian.
Alexander Ezzy Chekwas.
Nikki Bustos.
Jolim Yemna.
Chad Mason Barrett.
Nasani Nefertiti Castillo.
Yusuf Abu Dawood.
Joful Ufanya Clodrich.
Min Kiet Luong.
Giselle Gonzalez.
Fuhad Adebajo.
Andrew Gonzalez.
AKA Chapo.
Dawson Tony Watuber.
Tanya Lopez Franco.
Lauren Okechi Anthony.
Oluwa Singun.
Daniel Alexander Patrick.
Daniel Uchonia. Ochonye.
Arslan Ghulam Farouk.
Anthony Odiba Wale.
Xavier Gonzalez.
Oscar Edgardo Amaya Duran.
Anaí Alcaraz. Joseph Christian Brown. Anthony Michael Alvarado. Kimberly Albaron.
Today, we are proud to celebrate the George Bush High School class of 2020. It's not time yet, it's not time yet. Which consists of those that are seated before you as well as others who are not joining us today due to the pandemic. We respect their decision not to participate in today's ceremony, and because we want to recognize all of our class of 2020, including those who may be watching online, we will call their names now.
Monshi Fidel Adianto,
Brandon Lee Major,
David Roberto Aguilar,
Julian Antonio Maldonado,
Kyred Omotolo Alabi,
Miguel Angel Maldonado,
Isamar Lisbeth Amaya,
Anayali McMorris,
Iwa Mazino Kadni Aure,
Shukri Muhammad,
Opeyemi Michael Ayeni,
Christopher Jose Molina,
Sorav Dev Bashial,
Fabian Majoraz,
Nicholas Ravindra Becken,
Samuel Dominique Montano,
Ashley Jasmine Benitez,
Eduardo Moreno,
Warren Devon Boutet,
Moses Morio,
Brandon Christy George Brown,
Bandu McFay,
Clovis Bukiyeneza,
Ani Hoang No,
Stephanie Bustos,
Kenny Long Win,
Brittany Rashonda Carty,
Karen Vanessa Nunez Soares,
Angel Alberto Castillo,
Chidume Zipimi,
Maria Jose Castro Vidal,
Favor Oki,
Patrice Nydia Challenger,
Oluwasi Omotoso,
Alex Chow,
John Apara,
Braylon Miles Dabney,
Chen Yu Pan,
Eric Jose Delcid,
Ronald Patiti,
Darian Bryce Dozie,
Hang Fan,
Adam Ford,
Valerie Pineda,
Alejandro Felix Escobedo,
Henry Amaya Sorto,
Leonardo Gonzalez,
Taylor Danae Spears,
Jennifer Virginia Rivera Merlos,
Omar Salazar,
Brian Oswaldo Hernandez,
Abadole Seye,
Animal Khan,
Cameron Rogers,
Sayesha Fahad Khan,
Jasmine Ramirez,
Sylvia Anindo Lihalaka,
Dorarty Rathod,
Kimberly Lopez,
Alexander Romero,
Jose Lupien,
Atari Faith Romero Wilson,
She's here. She's here.
Hernan Rodaldo Rubio, Alexa Vasquez, Allison Velasquez, Yancy Ventura, Mark Wanayama, Lamiri White, and Zon Zakir.
Good evening, faculty and staff, family and friends, and class of 2020. My name is Eduardo Sanchez, and I am humbled to have served as your student body president. Seniors, we can finally say that we've made it. We have convened here today to celebrate all that we have accomplished these past 4 years at Bush. Although we have gathered under a new reality, we must now more than ever remember that it is because of Bush that we have made some of our best friends, been taught by amazing teachers, and created an unforgettable experience. Let us also be thankful to our teachers, coaches, friends, and family for their continuous support and encouragement throughout the years. Whether they are joining us here tonight or from the comfort of their home or from up above, on behalf of the class of 2020, thank you. We have been fortunate to have attended Bush under 2 different mottos, one of them being success and nothing less, which every single one of us has contributed to something greater that has made us into better individuals and leaders. Therefore, now that we have reached the end of this journey, let us never forget that our willingness to succeed resides within ourselves. And our current motto, one team, one goal, no limits, which serves as a reminder that together we are capable of reaching beyond the stars despite any obstacle. The legacy that we will leave on Bush is one of strength and perseverance that will forever be remembered. I am confident that all of our desires will come to reality with the ambition and dedication that we all display to the world. So seniors, go conquer the world, go change the world, and go make history. Thank you all for coming, and once again, congratulations to the graduating class of 2020.
Class of 2020, I need you to exit to your left or your right now.